I'm speaking with Elizabeth. First of all, how are you doing after this loss in the life of your church family?
I'm doing okay, as expected. I mean, I'm still pretty sad and shaken up. It wasn't very expected, but I'm trying to move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm speaking to Rose and Maureen as we continue the conversation in this church family about the loss of this young man from their youth group. And so first, let me ask you ladies, how are you personally doing, and how do you feel the church as a whole is doing?
I think the church is, holding it together good and giving comfort to the family.
Yeah.
And just being a Christian helps you get through it.
Yeah.
And I think the church is doing very well through this very sad situation, showing a lot of empathy.
Speaking with Kate and Tim, who are a married couple, parents of several of the youth of our church. And so just want to know, Kate and Tim, how you all are doing and how your children are doing since this tragedy.
Basically, our kids are doing okay. They are asking questions, and we're trying our best to answer those questions. I personally, it's a hard time right now for all of us here at the church.
Having been someone who worked with the youth and being a youth leader, it's hard to lose one of your own, and it's hard to answer those questions, but to validate their sorrow, but also to give them the hope.
If there was something that you could recommend to the other people in our church family through this loss that might help them through all this, what would you suggest?
Probably just strengthen the support system. I feel like he might not have known that we were all here, or even days that we can just get together and hang out, just so that way people know that, we are a church family.
Some kind of counseling outside the church.
Maybe a benefit in the honor of him and to bring people together.
I think prayer is really helpful in times like that. Having that connection with God and staying connected to God is very important. And having a prayer vigil and having those times when our church can come together as a faith community and be together is really important to support each other. Making sure that the church is available as a building, but also as the church, our people are available to each other. Just that phone call or just reaching out and saying, hey, I'm here to listen, or hey, let's pray together. I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm. What kind of things have you thought about, or perhaps you've wondered about, that would make life feel normal again after all of this?
I think about him a lot, and kind of just realizing that he probably doesn't want to be remembered as just a statistic, and think about the life that he lived, and he wasn't happy, he didn't love life, and I don't want to end up in the same dark place. So I think for the next couple months at least, I'm going to be focusing on how can I get myself into an emotionally better state and keep myself in a position where I love life and continue to think about him and his family.
Do you feel that even though this young person was a member of this church, that this church still has a sense of safety to it, that people feel safe being here and want to come together here?
Yes, I think they do.
Yeah, it's certainly allowing us to come together as a church family is going to be really important. And also to remind people that this is a safe place to grieve and a safe place to come. And if you're going to cry, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to have those feelings, and that you're going to be supported through it. The joyful singing and the praising God and remembering to keep Him at our focus is really important. So that's how I would do it. I would still, the singing is important, and the fellowship's still important, and those kinds of things, and keeping an eye on that long term is really important too.
All right. Well, thank you very much.